Yo, what up? It's B-Side. Today, I want to talk about what I don't do anymore and why. This isn't about rules or advice. It's just things that changed as I started setting my life on a different path. One of my biggest things is that I don't say yes to just stay visible anymore. There was a time when I felt like I had to say yes to everything to just stay in the conversation, just to make sure I wasn't forgotten. I don't live like that now. If something doesn't make sense for where I'm at, I don't force it. I also don't compare my pace to any people anymore. Everybody's moving at different speeds with different circumstances, different bodies, different responsibilities. Comparing timelines never helped me. It only created frustration, and I move at the pace that actually works for me now. I don't explain myself to everyone anymore either. I used to feel like I owed people explanations for why I do things in a certain way or why my life looks the way it does. I don't feel that pressure now. The people who matter don't need the explanation, and the people who don't usually aren't listening anyway. You know, I don't stay in situations that drain me. That one took me time to learn. If something constantly more than it gives, I pay. Hold on 1 second. I'm just chilling. I'm just trying to read this shit. Gotta bear with me. So if something constantly takes more than it gives, I pay attention to that now. Protecting my energy isn't selfish. It's necessary. And I don't wait for perfect conditions anymore. See how I just did that with the script? How I just changed that? I don't wait for perfect conditions anymore. That's what I do. So if I did, nothing would get done. That's the plain and simple fact. There's always a reason to wait. There's always something that isn't ideal. I've learned to work within the reality I have instead of waiting for the one that I wish I had. A lot of this shift came from time and age. Today's my birthday. I just turned 43. And from realizing what actually matters, what's worth my energy, what isn't, what I want my days to feel like, and shit I'm still learning. I don't have it all figured out, but I'm much more aware of what I have to say now and why. The awareness alone changes a lot for me, and this is just the trajectory that I'm on. I wanted to come on and just be real with everybody, and everything's not all happy and roses and shit. I go through life how I go through life, take the good with the bad, and that's how it goes. But for now, stay strong, stay wicked. It's B-Side. Peace out.